in that game and all this sort of stuff. But they're against RNG, and as we heard spoken about, this is going to be
All right, let's get started here. We're about to jump into day 3 here at Worlds. Group stage is going to be underway here. RNG versus HLE kicking us off for the day. RNG 2-0 in this group so far. HLE trailing 1-1. Showing us really good positive signs here. RNG actually recovering finally from their MSI hangover, and HLE looking to really kind of upset expectations here as the Korean 4th seed. Chovy on deck with Deft, and hoping that Morgan, Wheeler, and Vista can keep up. Meanwhile, Zhao Hu in full swing. Cryan has actually shown himself to be fantastic so far in this tournament, and Gala still favoring those engage 80 carries. And what we're going to see in this draft, if they're going to keep playing out in that direction or in those styles. So let's look at the bands here. Yuumi, still a super powerful pick. The amount of healing that can come out and poke that can come out of this character to empower roaming champions like the LeBlanc, like the Talon, has really been kind of busted. We got to see a bit of that yesterday. I think we had like 2 games of Yuumi, and when she's attached to like Talon, it can get scary. I really going to be the standard ban out here, not allowing that to go over to anyone in this tournament. Jarvan and Gwen on the other side being banned out by Homolife Esports. Jarvan having a decent showing. He doesn't put a bad taste in my mouth anymore. And the Gwen banned out as well against Zhao Hu. And Gwen's been a solid pick. Felt like more like a niche pick or like a counter pick, but definitely has her place here in the meta. Rise, another all-important pick that I think Zhao Hu or Cryan would take. So he's going to be removed from the game. And now we get into first pick options. Lee Sin, standard first pick on the blue side of the draft. Yep, 50% pick rate, 46% ban rate, and a 48% win rate. So he is highly contested and doesn't seem to actually be showing any signs of that Amumu issue, which has strangely disappeared from the meta for no reason at all, one might say. And Viego going to be blocked in here for Wheeler. Viego actually showing up quite recently here. We saw Closer on it yesterday to some success, I believe. And then we saw it again, I believe, in the last game of the day. And it still has its potency. It still can pop off with the resets and really bring an extra champion into the mix, basically. And Morgan going to secure his Camille blind pick here. Blind pick this top laner, which should be countered pretty readily. I think Zhao Hu is ready for that option. Hovering the Jace here on way, and it's probably a most likely pick there for Zhao Hu, but they might actually secure. Yes, Solution is available, and this is a super power pick. This is a monstrous power pick that they can lock in here. They're going to get the Twisted Fate for Cryan. He showed himself to have a great Twisted Fate, I believe, in their match yesterday. So this should actually show themselves a lot of favor. Let me see here. Yeah, RNG beating out Fnatic yesterday. And HLE actually losing against PSG yesterday. So Maple and company actually surprising everyone with their showing against HLE yesterday. And Chovy going to grab this is actually pretty much a standard counter at this point, the Silas, so he can follow Cryan all over the map, just hijack the Destiny. And I think you even have like a lower cooldown timer on it. So Chovy just going to pick the better Twisted Fate. Yeah, so it's going to be able to control rotations top side, bot side. Either side of the map will be favorable for at least for either team here. If the Camille gets ahead, that will be a fantastic split push option and allow them to really just win on a 1v1 on a split push strategy. Misfortune going to be banned out here, so starting to limit the 80 carry pool here. Misfortune has actually ended up mostly in the bans recently. I feel like she's starting to fall, I guess, at a different favor. It's not exactly like Amumu, where Amumu is just fallen out of the meta entirely. It's kind of like mimicking the Echo from Worlds Past, where it was like a rumored great pick. It shows up, just enough for everyone to realize that it is not as good as it seems, and then it just disappears from the meta. Alrighty, so Jace and Nami going to be banned out by HLE, going to remove that exceptional pressure and carry threat that Gala and Ming could bring with the Lucian-Nami combo. I still think Lucian's going to be powerful enough for this. And then the Misfortune and Draven. So Draven would actually be the counter to the Lucian just because of how much early game damage you can put out with this spinning axes. And there was a hover on a Jinx there, and that was getting a pretty, that got people excited. But it's just going to be the Leona, so taking the top tier support picks. And are we about to see a top lane Lucian? I think Xiaohu might have already secured his top lane. This is just a hover, so I might be getting ahead of myself here. Because there is Gangplank available, which would be a plenty fine counter. And the set. Oh, I do love this. I want to see more set in this tournament. Warren's got me quite excited about this champion and just its potential for playmaking and just the mathematically correct damage that set can put out. Now, what's going to be RNG's final picker? They're still hovering these like 80 carry picks, and we have not seen much of really any Ziggs. Like, I think I've seen Ziggs like twice in this tournament, and he's going to get locked in. So Gala's going to actually take the Ziggs. This Lucian is going topside. And I think that's going to be Gala. I think it's going to be Ming with set support. This is actually a very nutty draft here out of RNG. We have not seen this in quite a while. They're finally comfortable enough with their 2-0 to actually get some strange picks in play here. And Def's going to grab the Kaisa. So bringing in Gala's favorite little champion here that he pretty much morphed the meta at MSI with. But this also does provide Def with some kill pressure on Gala, and Gala is going to have a very low margin of error and cannot get himself too close or get hit by too many of those missiles from Kaisa. Otherwise, she will jump on him and she will blow him up once we reach sort of later spots in the mid game and sort of like so in the laning phase basically. Yep. Xiaohu showing that the flexibility for RNG is actually pretty nutty, and frankly, I think we can just thank G2 for just showing the rest of the world what you can do with making flexible picks everywhere and putting champions in places that they normally shouldn't be. Lucian top originally getting I think it originally came from like Odoamne or Cavachar. It's someone in the top lanes of EU, but of course Huni over in NA made everyone surprised by that pick against TSM during, I think it was playoffs several years ago now. Yeah. And here comes the group up top side. Xiaohu actually playing careful here. Sitting to the back side of the brush. He can. I don't think he's leveled anything up yet, so he should be able to dash away if they actually reach over here. And it looks like he's going to be just fine. Standard ward going down in the middle brush there, top side. And it looks like there's just a ward put in the pixel brush in river by HLE. So not too much going on. I don't think this is gonna lead to where neither team's gonna know too much about where the enemy jungler is starting. Yeah, it's not gonna be. Yeah, there's not going to be much information provided for either team. No late invades to force a ward onto red buff. So both teams. Oh, okay, there was a blue ward. Yes, so there is a blue ward there by the chickens. So they will be able to infer within the next minute, I would say, of where Willer is starting here. But Wei looking like he's going to prepare himself to actually get a full clear off. And jumping over to Scrubs. Deft and Vista going to be able to get to lane first. And this is where Galas and Ming are probably going to lose a lot of priority in lane. Still matching it just fine. Yep, a little bit of trading. Oh, trying to bring in Vista there. Yep, and that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot for Morgan. Not sure really about that blind pick of the Camille. Because Xiaohu's going to be basically bullying Morgan up here for quite a while. He's going to have to wait a long time before he's going to be able to go in or be able to get much done here. And here comes the rotation. Oh, and Wei's going to actually steal the red buff here. Will's going to need to get out of here. He's going to use the blast cone. He's headed in Kryan's direction. So this is actually a really good fun here. So let's say, I think he got level 3 maybe with the red buff, but so that's actually, Wei clears out his red to his Krugs, to his chickens, and then immediately just beelines himself over into the red buff to steal that from Willer. Not a great level difference right now, but this is going to be a 3 buff start for Wei, and not going to be it's going to set Willer behind quite a bit. They're going to need to actually start figuring out what they're going to do with the crabs. It looks like bot lane's actually traded up to where Gala and Ming backed off to recoup, and now it's actually, yeah, they just secured the crab. So Deft and Vista grabbed the crab to just counter the plays that were being brought across the map. Top crab is going to be secured by Wei. So trade of crabs on the team level, but that is going to be kind of like, there's going to be a pretty much significant, maybe like even a level difference XP between, at least on the XP charts, between Wei and Willer, just for the kind of games that they've played here so far. Trying to get this. Nope. Not going to be able to get that for Deft, unfortunately. Oh, Chovy got to get a lot of damage in here into Kryan. Oh, this is actually looking super close here. He steps just enough forward. Forces the flash out of Kryan. This is the power of Chovy. He's 8 CS down, not normally what you would see out of Chovy, but it is a melee into ranged matchup. And I'd like to think that flash being taken away from Kryan is going to basically give Chovy a lot of agency here, and he might jump back on him. Nope. It's going to let him sit. Gotten a... completed his boots here, just got the Dark Seal. Now it's going to be 3 men on here, and the teleport's going to come in, and they need to actually get the kill really fast here. But Kryan is actually surviving. Chovy's going to get caught out here. He's going to get blown up. First blood going over to Vista, actually. And now, oh, Ming and company need to run, but the Haymaker's already come out here. It's going to be a kill for Willer onto... yeah, onto Ming here. So there's the exchange there. Oh, and Willer's going to get out alive here. And now Deft has arrived here. That's going to be a dead jungler by the hands of Deft. Yeah, action's over now. I think we've secured that, but that was a fantastic string of plays there. HLE engaged that, but the counterplay from RNG does net them at least 1 kill on to Chovy, but the rest of HLE was able to show up, specifically Deft, to help secure the second kill. Oh, and Morgan is just getting bodied up here. 20 CS down. This is the price you pay for breaking your laner blind, and it's gonna take him a long time. He's gonna be missing so much CS. Just missed the cannon. Now Willer's sitting here. I think he's just prepared for the counter dive. Chovy also trying to move up in that direction for that, but I think they're countering the counter dive. Oh, and he's going to get caught out. Gold card's going to catch through. Level 5 only, but Chovi's going to get just destroyed there by the jungle mid combo. Great synergy. Great call there. Reading the read there is what I see. The posturing for the dive onto Morgan actually yields basically a gank in the jungle, just catching Chovy in rotation. So really go sort of like next level sort of play there, looking for the counterplay and actually punishing just that loneliness. So it's gonna be the go in. They actually get a lot on to Crine. He does go down, but eventually the chase from Gala secures the kill. I believe he was the one that got the kill on to Chovy. It's taking a little bit of a while here, and he's just trying to do his best to get this out. They get the kill onto the Leona. And this is where the trade comes in here, but it's going to be a little bit too much here. Wheeler barely makes it out. Way just miscalculating his damage, and Def comes in to clean this one up here. I think, yeah, Gala gets out with the satchel. Way continuing his invade patterns here onto Wheeler's jungles. Alright, so right now, just want to do a quick CS check. 20 CS lead for Deft right now. A lot of this is really what we want. It's a decent gold lead over for HLE right now. The only real hurting part is just going to be that 30 CS lead for Xiaohu top side. Now Wheeler smelling out this steal. They know the red buff should be up here. Morgan trying to rotate over, but Xiaohu's going to be able to join this one as well. And they're not going to be able to actually secure anything else. He's going to get the jump onto Wei, but Cryan has arrived as well. I think Morgan's going to have a big bit of trouble here. Chovy jumps in as well, gets the dragon kick out to set Cryan up for Wheeler. But I think this is going to be a little bit too much for them. Wei's going to go in, secure the kill, or at least help finish off the kill onto Chovy. And now here comes the reset city for Wheeler. He's trying to get the chase on. Meanwhile, there's a bot side fight here. Ming going to get caught out in rotation by the bot lane duo of Vista and Deft, and trying to hand this kill over. But Vista might go down for it. He's going to go golden. And now here comes a little bit of speed up and a flash in from Deft, and they cannot secure the kill onto Vista. Vista's going to go right back in and keep the stun up onto Gali. He's going to be able to try to get something off here, and he cannot get the last bit of damage out. Vista dodges the comet, and that's going to be 2 kills. 3 kills total onto Deft right now. And this is actually a fantastic game here right now. This is some good fun. Just fights and rotations being caught up. People just like to fight in the jungle right now. Like, these teams are just finding where their enemy wants to get rotations off to try to catch waves or try to prevent these ganks, these dives. And they're just like, no, we're just going to stop you before you even get there. And it looks like, I wish I could actually track where Ming was looking or going, because I think he was trying to do a ward run, and he just somehow ran into Deft and Vista, and that was just the beginning of the end there for the bot side. All right, so he's going up there. They actually go up river. They might have secured the crab. They just swing around for this. They just swing around to just catch Ming in this rotation. I don't think Ming expected Deft and Vista to actually like try to get themselves, like bring themselves around in this way. It's not a standard return from river. Now Morgan about to get caught out here trying to run away. And this is going to actually be a rough setup here. They're about to get surrounded here, Crying on the other end. And the gold card at the ready. Chovy here as well. They're trying to get the jump onto Cryan. And Morgan's been able to heal up. Wild cards over from Cryan. Ming and Gala have arrived here. About to have something like a 5v5 available. There comes the Mega Bomb. It's going to hit all 5, or at least 4 out of 5. That's going to be actually the Herald secured by RNG. At least denied. Okay, so it looked like HLE actually got the final hit onto the Herald, but unable to grab the eye. So it's going to be a neutral play. A lot of sort of wasted time here. No one was really left into any silence, though ADCs left in silence to acquire the CS, acquire the XP, maybe even get some turret plates taken in. At this time, the only turret plate advantage is really onto Xiaohu, and he's got to be like 1,000 or maybe even 2,000 gold over Morgan right now. 2 kills. Looks like he's got even like, he's gotten 2 plates so far. There's 3 plates left. Wheeler has arrived, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much. Morgan is quite a bit of ways. And Wei is on his way as well. The stunt's going to miss out here, and here comes Cryan. Destiny's going to come in here, and he's going to get secured here. Wei jumping in to help finish this off. Chovy has arrived. No, this is going to be Chovy arrives, steals the showstopper, and he is down so low here, right? So it's Chovy saving that play, getting a 1-for-1. They murder both junglers in the top side here. Mm-hmm. Revolting. That's a good word. That's good. Yeah, because the man's already got his Gale Force, and Lucian has just been a disgusting champion for quite a while now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be really the big question, and I don't know. We're not gonna see that problem from RNG. So Helma Life have to try to keep this together, try to keep their mid lane or their mid game gameplay and decision making top tier, because RNG getting ahead is basically like it's what they want in general with their squishy comp. But is this gonna mean that like Xiaohu's damage output and everything is gonna be absolutely nutty? Morgan getting bullied out here even further. 50 CS lead 50 CS lead over to Xiaohu right now. Morgan doesn't get to play this game like at all. He's trying to actually get something done, trying to get these minions, but he's like so far behind the curve here. Wei and Xiaohu are gonna dive him. He's gonna get kicked into the wall and just knocked. Colin comes out, doesn't really grab anything. Morgan trying to get something done here. And alright, so that will be a dissuaded dive here. Looked like Cryan was coming up for that one as well. Alright, so Willer finally gets himself a red buff. And now Vista. Oh, that's good. That's good vision. They spot out Wei and they spot out Ming. Yeah, there should be an assassination kill potential there bot side with where Def's at in this game. So right now, top side advantage for RNG, bot side advantage for HLE, and Chovy kind of keeping decent pace with Cryan. He's basically having to actually make a lot of map movements to try to keep his team in this game, which is really what we wanted to see and what we kind of need to see out of Chovy. We've seen him be monstrous in the laning throughout play-ins and in the early parts of this group stage, but we need to see Chovy make more plays around the map to really like carry his team. He's on a character that once this game gets later into the later game, like there is an incredible amount of carry potential on Silas to just jump in and blow up someone and really sustain through a fight. And now he's still backing. All right, so Morgan's been able to get out. I was about to say, looks like Willer might have been ignoring his top laner's plights, but that's going to be 3. That's 3 top side. Sonic Wave connects. Morgan's going to back off, so Willer's just going to have to surrender this turret here. So no 5 turret plates for Xiaohu, but he's going to be able to grab first turret here, and that's going to be a teleport in for Morgan on the flank side here. Chovy has arrived as well, so it's going to be a 4v4 right now. Gold card is out and available. Willer in his mists. He's got just a little bit left. I don't think they'll be able to grab it. They got to jump onto Cryan. That stun's going to kind of come out here, and there's going to be the connection. That's going to be the abscond abduct onto him, and there's going to be the playmaker in from Chovy, but he's going to die for it, and I think that might be an overreach there. It's a 1-for-1 trade of mid laners. HLE overreaching, trying to get a little bit more than they bargained for. Yeah, Def just stays in mid lane. He's going to be able to actually shove a wave in there. He's going to have to go back bot to catch another wave. So they're really going to be funneling a lot of CS onto Def, onto this Kaisa, which should set up Def, especially if that Soulfire grabs onto Gala, onto Xiaohu. Like, they want to have what it takes to blow up Xiaohu early on in these fights. Otherwise, the amount of damage coming out from this team will be pretty gross. Yep, RNG actually getting the gold lead there, just from the turret. The turret actually being the main difference maker for the gold advantage in this game. Chovy really prioritizing this haymaker here for playmaking. He's been able to actually keep up with all of the map rotations from Cryan without the Destiny. So that's actually at least been a pretty decent. It's been pretty good on. It's just pretty impressive, honestly, for Chovy. Just read the map, read the plays, and be able to actually move and just walk his way there to be in time for the plays. That's been pretty good. Chovy gonna abscond from that, but oh, they're actually gonna play for this here. Zhao put the calling over, and they actually want to give the trade down in here. Wei gonna actually keep chasing under the tower just a little bit, but now Chovy needs to get out, and he should be scared of Wei here, even though there's like a level lead here. He's gonna throw the haymaker in, but that's gonna be a dead Chovy, and this is the power of Lee Sin. Like, he is a level down from Chovy, 40 CS down. Yes, he had like 2 kills going into that fight, but this is where like Lee Sin gets really scary with just what this champion can do. And that's going to be a second turret here grabbed by RNG. So RNG now securing themselves a 1,000 gold advantage. Here comes the Herald. This is going to be the second Herald of the match. First one, as we might recall, was denied. And now RNG are just playing around Zhao here. Wei's just in his back pocket. And they're going to be able to also get themselves a second turret here. There's nothing really coming to stop them. And this is a cannon wave. And they have plenty of damage that Sheen going to put out so much burst of pressure. HLE trying to get the matching over here. Going to bring 3 over along with the Herald. Cryan trying to clear out these waves. Ming arriving as well. And the Mega Inferno Bomb is going to come over and help clear that out. So not able to get the trade 1-for-1. It's going to be a 2-turret lead in the favor of RNG. And yeah, so this is going to be, this is getting a little dicey here. This is where HLE need to find their map movements just right here. They've got Gala. They've got a great AD carry to play around. He's 3 kills up. He's actually the one with the highest bounty in the game right now. But RNG are just, now they're starting, yeah, they're starting to flex all over this map here. Mountain Drake picked up by Wei after that turret play. Bot side taking out Chovy. Yeah. Yeah, there was just, oh boy, Vesta's about to get caught out. He's going to stun out, flashes away, Eclipse keeping him alive. That's going to be 4th turret for RNG. Yeah, well, Wolf making a really good observation there. Like, Gala is behind, but that doesn't really matter anything. Like, he's supposed to be the one just sort of being, you know, sandbagged on the other side of the map while Zhao, Cryan, Wei, and Ming just make plays elsewhere. So Def's advantage is great and all, but it's not really going to communicate or lead to anything for Homolife. And if they can't, they're going to get caught out here. And the gold cards from Cryan going to be allowed to defend. What was that? Okay, Morgan. So flashing, fat finger flasher there. Sorry about that. A little bit tragic. I wonder if RNG even spotted that one. Oh, Wolf missed it entirely. Yeah, flash being spent, not able to secure the cannon minion. A lot of mistakes here from Morgan. I think we're maybe feeling a little bit of the pressure, because Morgan's not in a position that he wants to be here. 50 CS down from Zhao right now, and Shadow's got to be like 3K or something like that over Morgan at this time. All right, there we are. Going to be able to actually get themselves a turret kill. Doesn't look like RNG are going to be able to make any moves just yet onto this tier 2 top lane turret. Here comes the cannon wave. Chovy gonna have to leave out here. Here comes the calling. It's gonna be able to get him down here. It's gonna be reacting with his own calling. Now trying to get this wave cleared out here. Vista has arrived, and that's going to actually scare off RNG. They don't want any of that smoke. Yeah, yeah. So RNG, yeah, Wolf highlighting it. I'm gonna reiterate it. RNG's actually got the better sort of slow fight, neutral fight as it was called, around the Baron, or at least around the Baron, or even the Dragon, if it's gonna be 5v5 standoff. So it's a lot of the agency and a lot of the onus. I'd say a lot of the agency is on RNG, but they're much more prepared to either walk into you, or just play defense. Like Ming and Cryan's job and Wei by like a slight margin, they're just here to peel for Xiaohu and Gala, more or less. So if HLE are going to try to actually get a fight, they're going to have to basically instantly blow up one of the, specifically Xiaohu, really. That's who I want. That's who needs to die first. But HLE going to have themselves quite a conundrum to get through to just get to the prime targets that need to get blown up, specifically Xiaohu, and get these kills off before any of the peel can really like delay or keep the damage dealers alive for too long in these fights and in these skirmishes. Oh, Deft might be caught out. Here's guys actually going to Gale Force away. Here's going to Killer Instinct over the wall, get himself all out, but Vista is now in a compromised position here. This is a 3v5 here. Everyone from RNG has arrived here. The teleport finally coming in from Chovy, and that might be all they really want. Mid prio in RNG's favor, and now they can go get the Mountain Drake. There's not much else that HLE can do. They can't really threaten the Baron all that much. Yeah, Hanwha just kind of walking around trying to make sure they can still collect all the regular CS from the waves and from the jungle. Yeah, the moment Chovy gave that teleport, RNG backed off. They got the summer spell out that they wanted. They're setting themselves up for a pretty simple set of Baron plays here. A little scary here, Vista. Getting caught out. Ming Wei arrived. Gala's in here. They're actually going to engage onto this. Haymek is going to try to pull Willer away. He's trying to actually get himself into this fight here. But now here comes the major damage here. Xiaohu has arrived here. Flashes and dashes to dodge all the damage. And Morgan has died to Cryan. So quick little fight there. And that's what we're talking about. Like, there's just so much damage the moment Xiaohu arrives. Still a major, it's only like a 2k gold lead for RNG right now, but I swear like the actual difference is far more reflected like in the fact that Xiaohu has 3 items. Xiaohu has 3 items. It's 25 minutes in. This is not normal. It's not normal for an AD carry to have 3 items pre 30 minutes, for crying out loud. Like, this is actually where it's very disgusting. 2 items onto TF feels pretty normal. 2 items onto Wei feels a little bit ahead of the curve, especially for a Lee Sin jungle. They've just been able to make a lot of plays here. Vista going to get caught out here. Stun's going to come through from both ends, but he's not going to be able to get away. The Everfrost comes in as well, and the kill's going to go over to Wei. And that's going to set up RNG. They're looking at Baron now, and they've got the damage for it. It's going to jump on over with the Blast Cone. They've got the vision secure, and so it begins. Gala is going to try to play screen boy. Going to try to be able to play security. Chovy trying to clear out this vision. Baron's going to reach half health now. And now HLE posturing. RNG is going to back off from that. So grabbing some attention, seeing if HLE was going to reply. Not going to be able to catch much. And now here comes the counter engage. Going to clear out that wave. And that turret's going to it's going to go down. But it's going to cost a bit here. Ming running forward, trying to get that catch. Doesn't get anything. I believe he had Shirelia's or he had a speed engage option there. Probably his Kim Tank Putrefier. Or his Deft's gonna have to run away. He's out of this fight now, and now HLE, they just need to run. He's actually gonna re-engage. You're gonna get a little bit of damage out, and now Deft's still alive here, but he's not able to put much damage in. Chovy is also out of this fight. No one has died on the side of HLE. They've got Xiao Hu. They were able to get Xiao Hu down, and that is gonna be the end of that fight. So HLE is still fighting tooth and nail for this. Deft ulting in at like 100 health just to try to get some extra damage out onto RNG. So HLE is still fighting this out, still peeling themselves away, not getting caught out too much. They have yet to throw anything that's going to allow RNG to catch, say, a Baron or any sort of like major objective swing. And the team gold's still only 1,000. Like it's like across the whole thing, they're still really close. They just have to. They have to get to this Lucian. Like and the moment Lucian dies is the moment like their consistent damage goes away. Wei can put out a lot of damage. Crying can put out pretty good damage, and Gala can put out damage. But the most reliable damage source for RNG is Xiao Hu on this Lucian. So it's high times a major priority for HLE to like both teams know what their game plan is. Like the Lucian cannot be ignored. A little bit of catch here. Xiao Hu is here and Crying has arrived here. Morgan might actually be regretting this. Here comes Mega Inferno Bomb here. That's going to be a dead Vista, and Morgan's going to set up his team to be blown up. Red card's going to connect from Crying. He's going to be able to secure the kill on to Morgan. And now Willard trying to run away through his shroud. Def trying to peel for him. But this, yeah, that's the overstep. That one little overstep from Morgan springs RNG to action, activates the trap card. Crying comes in, and Morgan just not paying respects to what this team can do. He's putting his team into compromising positions, and it's just not setting them up. It's not boding well for them. And all right, so this could be 5th turret for RNG. They've just about finished off all of the turrets out on the field, and now here comes the extra Mountain Drake. So getting the squishy team beefier is not a good recipe for HLE. Making it harder for them to blow up the squishies is going to be a recipe for disaster. And if the Mountain Soul is secured for RNG, then that's an extra 10% health that has to be cut through for all of RNG. And that this is actually like a fantastic soul for RNG with their comp. Like it just makes. It's going to make these squishies much more bruisery and much harder to kill. Mega Further's going to come through. It's just going to tick on to Willer. And Baron's going to reset. That's the Baron fight that... Oh, Chovy here's got the scanner. He's going to be able to find a flank option. But he has to find the right time to get on over. That bomb does not connect. I don't think they got to see Chovy over there. And both teams just posturing around here. Mid-Pro is going to go over to RNG right now. And Xiao Hu could destroy that inhib turret pretty quickly. But it looks like it's going to be caught by Morgan. Alright, so not much else really coming of that. But HLE showing that they're willing to bait out the Baron. Trying to maybe grab an overeager RNG. Looking to either check on it or engage a little bit too early. Whoops. Almost fell out of my chair there. Maybe it's a massage with bombs and angry knuckles and deadly magic cards. Why are they talking about massage chairs after I almost fell out of my computer chair? That is just very exposing and rude. And Chovy gonna have to abscond abduct out of this here. Vista gonna get caught up by the Mega Inferno Bomb, but Chovy having to move away. There's gonna be an engage onto Vista, and I'm not sure if HLE actually want this. The teleport's coming in here from Morgan, but they're gonna have to catch something, and the Haymaker's gonna come through. Ming absorbing a lot of damage. Wei's gonna go in as well. Morgan has gotten himself, and he's gonna go golden. Zhao Hu is really low here in Hanwha Life, looking really good here. Kingslayer is going to come out here. He's going to connect onto a minion. Now they have to commit here, and Chovy's going to abscond away from this fight. And that's going to be basically a fight win for HLE. They are playing this out very, very carefully. And this is going to secure them. Yeah, that's a dead jungler. Way overextending, getting caught out, getting punished. And now Hanwha Life get to try to swing this fight, swing this match in their favor, and that is going to be a Baron for Hanwha Life Esports. Their mid-game calls getting good enough here to secure themselves what could be a very major swing in the gold and in the momentum of this game here. So 2 minutes till actually the Mountain Drake gets up. If HLE could actually get themselves enough of a lead in these next 2 minutes that they have the Baron and really take over and take control of the map away from RNG, they could actually also extend this game far enough to where they and just deny the soul. Like, this Baron buff does have the potential to deny the soul here, but this is where the engage comes in on. HLE want this fight. Ming comes in, but he's kind of isolated. There's not a lot of good follow-up damage available. The culling is not at a good angle. Morgan goes in here and just trying to get onto Zhao, who gets a lot of good damage on him, puts him out of the fight basically, and Morgan gets to survive this. Flashes away from the Sonic Wave, and Chovy actually punishes Wei for trying to actually get, or at least step a little bit forward to get that. Try to get that kill on to Morgan. So really great stuff actually out of Morgan there, just finding the little bit of overextension, jumping onto Zhao Hu, and just chunking him down to like 10% health. Now RNG, they know what needs to be done. They're going to shove out this mid wave here. They're going to try to actually make it looks like they're making a beeline here. Most of HLE is actually bot side here, so RNG actually just playing cross map, and they're going to be able to actually secure this inhib turret here like no contest. Hanwha Life kind of feel like they're sort of misplaying that. Not a lot of Baron pressure everywhere here. Vista is going to be able to get a ward bot side here. 20 seconds till this Mountain Drake is up here. So the reset and the patterns from HLE will not going to be able to secure too much here. RNG, I think, look like they're trying to secure the vision. This ward here in the back could allow Chovy to get a teleport on them. Morgan sitting deep in this. Oh, and here it comes here. Morgan about to get caught out here. Sonic Wave's going to come through. Gold card from Cryan's actually going to get caught out here. And Morgan's about to go down here. He's going to put out the Hexic ultimatum, but he is going to try to jump away. Wei's going to chase him down, and Def's going to have to flash away here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight here, Zhao's actually died to the hands of Chovy, and now Chovy is actually deep and surrounded by 4. He's going to go down. They're trying to actually get trying to get this dragon secured here, and Def's going to finish it off. And that's going to actually be, that's all HLE want. The Baron buff is going to basically be neutralized and done away with. The wave bot side here is actually taken. Yeah, so Morgan, while they were actually running these map rotations, able to get the 2 turrets bot side, the inhib turret specifically. There are no inhibs down just yet, and not much Baron buff yet. Not much Baron buff left on Hanwha Life. So this fight is kind of a very neutralizing win for both teams. Morgan gets in back here, but he's just occupying Cryan and Wei, who basically cannot peel for Zhao Hu like they need. And that just allows Chovy to get onto him. Yeah, that just allows Zhao Hu to be exposed and get blown up by Chovy and likely by Deft. Big damage out from Chovy there. Big damage out from Gala. Gala doing good work, and even dying, Zhao Hu nearly hitting that 3K mark. I think the sad thing is that Willer just is not involved in these fights. Like, there's a certain part of this where Willer should be actually getting resets and be able to take Zhao Hu and really flip this fight in HLE's favor, but that just doesn't seem to be happening. And he's got like a decent set. He's got his Divine Sunder and he's got his Sterix gauge. He's half an item below, maybe like a quarter below Wei. But there should be coming a point where Willer should be hitting some sort of reset city in these fights. That's what you need to see. You need to see a Viego that's really willing to like jump in and really make the plays happen, secure those kills, so he can just reset himself through the whole fight. Hanwha are very aware of what's going on here. This might be a matter of who's flanking who, who's trapping who. Willer gonna get caught out here. He's gonna put down his mist so they can't be seen here, but I feel like HLE might want to fight here. Colling's gonna come out here. They're gonna put Morgan down to half health. Mega Inferno Bomb's gonna be able to get a few bits of chunk here. Chovy's gonna try to stun Cryan out of the Destiny. Cryan still arrives. Now here comes the slow play here. They're highlighting it on the TriCast, but here comes the slow play. Gala just needs to throw bombs and let Xiaohu and others get the moves on, and that's going to be a secured turret here. Morgan has arrived. I don't think they're aware of this flank here. Sofa's going to come out. It's going to catch Gala, actually, and he's going to get blown up here. Mega Inferno Bomb out from Chovy, and now Morgan's going to actually get into his Guardian Angel GA coming through, and that's just 3 left on the side of RNG, and I think Chovy actually, they want to chase this. Skandam Duck going to connect onto the minion here, and now Vista going to keep the vision on them, but the Everfrost going to be able to slow them down, and now Baron's going to be up in 30 seconds. Gala and Ming are 30 seconds away, so this is where HLE can secure a lot of control here around the Baron and set themselves up to take this Baron as it spawns. They've got the damage. We are late enough into the game. We're nearing 40 minutes into this game. Everyone, including Morgan, are going to start having the items they need to really get something done here. 3.5 items on Morgan. He's gotten himself the Warden's Mail to be able to at least survive Xiaohu a little bit more than he has so far. Yeah, Sulfur comes in. It does get him right on the edge of that and instantly just blows him up. Yeah, Ming can't really do much out of that. There's something about like where Ming is actually playing to like engage the fight when I really think he needs to be peeling more for his team. Like, there's no reason that like Ming didn't like showstopper out Morgan from jumping on to Gala. So it kind of feels like there's like few little misplays here in these fights here. All right, now comes the Baron setup. There is a teleport available onto Chovy, but there's one ward. There's one little control ward, and RNG should be aware of that since it's deleting the blue ward, or at least denying vision. But the damage out from a Helm of Life just means that there's never going to be a chance here. Ming goes in, but I don't think it's going to actually work out in their favor. The Mega Inferno Bomb is dodged out by everyone. Morgan's going to go down here. Xiaohu is still alive here, and there's not much else to really be done here. Wei's going to follow up with the Sonic Wave, and this is going to be a very dead and there's the follow-up from Wei here. But I think Chovy can actually win this fight out, at least with him. But Xiaohu has arrived here, and that's going to be, it's just Deft. Deft is the only one that gets out. So that is 4 dead. And now RNG, time to shove mid here, and there's not much that Def can do. He can stand nearby and throw out his missiles, but this is gonna get this is gonna be an inhib down for RNG, and they might even be posturing to win this. There's 40 seconds left for Chovy to even be up here, 20 seconds left on Morgan, and that's like the soonest it's gonna be. I think RNG have actually just taken this game. Yep, and with the Ziggs alive, these structures are gonna get blown up here. Exhaust comes out. And RNG going to secure themselves their 3-0 status here in the groups. Hanwha Life fall just barely, just so close, in such a close game here.